Yeah, who are you?
I am a MILF who is newly here in Montreal, and I am a singer. I've dabbled in modeling and a little acting, but only when it was like a singing role and they were like being nice to allow me there. I just recently did something here actually in Montreal, a little acting thing. So that'll be fun when that comes
when's
out.
it coming out?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. You'll let us know.
Yes. But my great-grandmother was the editor of Vogue in the 60s. So she also worked at Harper's Bazaar. So she's sort of a big name in the fashion world, Diana Vreeland. So I've been able to really leverage that in terms of my own career, which at the beginning I was adamantly against. And then I realized is actually such a blessing and such a beautiful part of my story. And I'm never going to bite the hand that feeds me. So I'm lucky to have that connection, but I've been trying to also make a name for myself in music. And
You have.
Thank you.
You really have.
Thank you.
Do you describe yourself as a nepo baby?
I do not, but I would never say that those things, that relationship didn't help get my foot in the door. Of course it did, but I'd also like to say that I sort of have substance on my own and my own point of view. But I don't necessarily think that of myself, but I also can't deny that it could be part of the recipe.
Right. Okay, well, I love your vibe. Okay, so growing up with the name Vreeland, when did you first recognize what it meant?
Not until I was 18. In the Bay Area where I grew up in California, it wasn't a thing. It was just my family, and I didn't...
So you're not from Montreal originally?
No, I'm from Northern California, from Marin County. And then I moved to LA at 18. So California has always been my home. But when I started traveling to New York a little bit and like coming out of like, when I moved to LA, that was when I started to realize on the East Coast that people cared about the name Vreeland. People would come up to me saying that she changed their lives and things like that. And I was really surprised because I knew it was a thing, but I didn't realize quite the impact.
Did that legacy ever feel like pressure, or did it motivate you?
It didn't feel like pressure, but I was very hard-headed early on because I started off only wanting to pursue music. That was my only passion, and I was really serious about it. I was taking myself very seriously, and I was reluctant to be associated with like a name to like say that, oh, that's how you got your foot in the door kind of thing. Once I kind of realized what a tool it was and what a beautiful thing it was, all kinds of doors started opening to me. So I think I was a bit foolish to try to be so adamantly against it, but it is my story. So what a beautiful thing. And of course I know her through the anecdotes through my family, but also like the impression she's left on the world outside of even fashion and everything. And that's something I'm really proud to have in my heritage. So now it's all woven in as a part of my narrative. And so it's not pressure anymore. It's actually, it's something I'm really proud of.
Amazing. Yeah. And then was there a moment you decided to create your own identity, basically singing?
Right. So that's what I was hoping to achieve, is that I would make a name for myself and not be kind of people thinking, oh, she gets to go to this fashion event because of that. But that is why I started going to the fashion events. And by the way, that fashion stuff was what paid me so that I could put money into my music and I would be able to have, money to pay for I paid for my record and my music video and all that stuff. And fashion was what helped me to do that. So
I feel like I've been on Pinterest and you've been on those, like when I write, outfit for today, I
No
feel
way.
like you legitimately.
Which outfit?
I don't know, like 2018 maybe, you know, like all those like
that
cool
was the era.
outfits or whatever.
Thanks for calling them cool. They were so crazy. Some
Were
were
they?
all
No,
over
I
the
thought
map.
they were super cool.
Thank you.
But you were like an it, like you still are, but you were with the it people.
Yeah,
killing it.
It was fun. It was a fun time. I look back on it and think like, what a crazy whirlwind. Like for 10 years, almost 10 years, I was going to all the shows and going to all the different fashion weeks. And it was a really fun time.
Mm-hmm. And then how did you meet your husband?
I met him at a party in Miami, December 7th, 2019. And immediately knew he was the one. I said, so I've told the story before, but I was with this fabulous drag queen, Violet Chachki, and we were like dragged out to this party. It was like in some faraway place. And I had lived in Miami and I was like, where the heck are we? It was so far away. So by the time we got there, we're like, we're going to have like one drink just to make this all worth it. And then we take our shot and we look across and we see this guy like on the edge of a speaker kind of grooving with this like cute little Cubs jacket. And Violet was like, that's the hottest guy here. We need to bring him over and see, like, does he want to fuck you or does he want to fuck me? Can I say fuck?
Yeah, obviously.
Everyone asked that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And so I did a little come hither. And then in his words, he floated over. He's so cute. And I said, who do you like, me or Violet? Well, she was out of drag, me or Jason. And and Nico was like, I like you. And I was like, well, that's a done deal. So then we got married December 7th, 2020, and exactly a year from the day that we met.
What amazing. That's so cute.
Yeah. So I knew
So
he
you
was
have
the one.
you have confidence. Telling someone to do that, I would never do that.
Really?
On my life. Never.
It was, yeah, I thank you. I do feel that confidence is something that I have, for better or for worse. I'm just like, here I am, take me as I am. Even today with the daycare moms, I'm like standing there making small talk on the edge of the hockey rink, and like this one woman's telling me how she like grew up in Saudi Arabia, and I'm like, wow, that's so different from my experience. I sell my nudes online. Like I definitely have that like kind of just unabashed thing. So I take that as a compliment. But yeah, I just knew, I like saw him and it's so cheesy, but like there was a magic in the air, and he could have told me he lived in Timbuktu. I was like, that's my home. Let's go. Yeah. And when he said Montreal, I was like, perfect. When can I move there? I mean,
so you decided to move here.
Yes. Yeah. We
Do
did
you love
a little
the winters.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Like it's still a
Except for
novelty
this
to
winter.
me. I don't know. I find it charming. Like now that I have the actual shoe situation that's like not gonna kill me on the streets, which took me a long time to adjust to that. Let's just be honest. I was still trying to make stilettos happen and boots happen. Yeah. And now that I really have like the Fubukis you saw me walking in with.
I need a pair.
Yeah, they're good.
But what do you wear with a straight pant or like an out pant, you know?
Like when I go out?
No, regular.
Oh, I'm just wearing sweatpants all day. I'm wearing sweatpants now underneath my underneath the table here, hole in the butt. But you're getting my chic Canadian Doty Canadian designer on top. Yeah,
I love that. And then for people who may only know you from social media, how would you describe what you actually do for work?
Okay,
you do a lot.
I do quite a few things. I'm a singer, so for instance, this weekend I'm going to New York to perform at a jazz bar for Valentine's Day, and I get to do a lot of cool performances. I did Cayman Islands for New Year's Eve, and I did a special performance in Seattle in January. So I get to
the Royal Mount.
Yes, of course, the opening of Royal Mount, and then
Yes.
also a Christmas concert. I love the Royal Mount. Thank God they went and did it. They gave us this elevation, and we're quite close to here.
Yeah, I love it. Well, my other podcast studio is there too.
It's great.
Yeah.
And the restaurant is beautiful, and the experience, it's like what you...
Yeah.
I don't want to come on in here and say like what the city was lacking. What do I know? I'm new, but it feels nice to have that, especially in working in fashion. Like there's Max Mara and other brands that I work with that are there. So it's like there is like a headquarters for that now here.
How long have you lived here?
5 years now.
And then what parts of your career are people most surprised to learn about?
Well, the moms at the daycare would be surprised to learn that I have an OnlyFans.
Okay.
So basically, I was doing music, and then that turned into modeling because I was working with a modeling agency to promote my music. And then I realized, oh, this is lucrative. Oh, I'm kind of good at this, or not good at this, but that I can work with brands and get these deals.
Right.
That all tied into social media, and then slowly I just built it over the years. But then when COVID happened, of course, there was no jobs. And when I met Nico, he was really supportive. I mean, he was literally like, and I'm someone who's completely always been financially independent and proud of that. Nico was literally paying my bills when we first met. There was no money coming in, and I owed people from my tour, like makeup artists and stuff. So during COVID, I realized that there was no jobs coming in. And I was already doing sexy-ish photos on Instagram for free. You know, I would always be promoting body positivity, big titties. I got them. They're there. Just
It's true. Yeah.
embrace it.
Why not get paid for it? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, I was doing it for free, and it was already such a natural thing for me to show that, and I felt confident and good about it. And throughout my pregnancy too, like 6 weeks after, I was like in lingerie, even though things weren't necessarily whatever to me, all the phases were beautiful. And that's just been something that I value.
Yeah.
So it was easy for me to put myself out there. And I thought, well, here's a platform where I can be paid for that. Not to, I mean, the platform is known for sex work. That's not what I'm doing, but no tea, no shade. Everyone should do what they want. But my stuff is shoots that I get to design. I get to decide what I wear. I get to wear beautiful stuff that I love, or less than that, jewelry, just jewelry. And I get to be in charge of it all, and I'm making a profit from it. And let me tell you, it's
good,
far and beyond any contract I've ever had. And I've done some stuff. So yes, it's amazing. We bought a cottage. I have savings now. I paid off taxes that I had owed. Like, we have accounts for the kids. It's like the best thing that ever happened. I love it. And everyone's so supportive. That's another thing that people don't really know about it, is that the community that I have there, the people are like wanting to see me doing the dishes with my hair in a bun, no makeup. It's like, I'm the one who wants to do these glam photo shoots.
Yeah.
They want the intimate thing. They want to be a part of your world. They want to talk to you. And that's what they're paying for, really, which I think is surprising to some people, because you would think it's just the titties and that, but it's really not. It's the connection that you make with people, and they have sort of this way to, I wouldn't say like ask advice, but they do sometimes ask advice about their relationships and things.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, it's kind of like a community. Everyone wants to be part of a community.
It's like a fan club, and you get to interact with the people often. And
do people have
that's
to
fun
pay
for
you
me.
to ask a question?
Or
just pictures?
You pay for conversation and you pay for pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've actually never been on OnlyFans, but I'll subscribe after this one. Everyone subscribe.
To see.
And then what does a normal work day look like for you, or a normal day in general?
It really is like, I have like I was saying before, I slip into whatever clothes of Nico's are sitting on the edge of the bed, and then I do the daycare drop off, the mom life, like the hockey mom. Now I'm starting that. Like, my oldest, he's starting skating lessons and stuff. So I'm so excited. So I have literally that life where I go to the grocery store and I have a hoodie on and it's nothing, or I have like full glam head to toe and I'm doing like a photo shoot in a thong and 6-inch heels.
Yeah.
Like, it could be any combination of those. And I love the dichotomy. Like, I love being both parts of me. I feel like the height of my femininity. I said that when I was pregnant, but I feel it even more now that I get to be the mother, and also this, I'm not going to say the woman I was before that, but I'm still this ever-changing evolution of what a woman is for me.
And then who takes your pictures?
The Alpers take my pictures.
Oh!
My husband takes a lot of them. Oh, well, the Alpers, they're a glam team of sisters. I have
sisters who do what? Makeup.
Hair and makeup, yes.
Okay.
So my sister and I are only a year apart. So to me, there is such a calmness and a sense of serenity in this. I'm not going to say bickering of sisters, but this relationship dynamic of sisters.
Yeah.
And they're sisters as well. So like, I feel really, I've worked with them for maybe 4 years now, and we work together 2 times a week, if not more. So we're quite close. I love them.
Yeah.
My darlings.
So
yes, they take a lot of the photos for me. And also my husband takes some. And
people will be surprised about that.
Oh, no, he is, you guys.
So he's supportive.
Oh, the most.
Some
days I'll literally be like, woe is me on the couch. Is this porn? And he's like, Caroline, you're a fucking boss. Like, what is your goal? And I'm like, to be a mom and like be able to lay on the couch and watch Love Island. And he's like, you are creating that for yourself.
Exactly.
Like, you are literally, you're a boss. Like, don't second guess it for one single second. And like, he's so supportive and he also does all the financial stuff on the back end for me. So I have to really say that in order to do this OnlyFans thing, I really couldn't do it without his support. I've been in other relationships where the men would never allow is an interesting term.
That. No, I'll delete that.
No. But it's true, because they wouldn't.
No, I mean like allow, but like, guys get very intense about that.
Of course. Yeah, and it's such a testament to him, because it's so cheesy to say it over and over again, but like, we have such a strong foundation, like, where we really trust each other. We really respect each other, and we really, it's just somehow.
That's a good relationship.
Yeah, I feel really lucky.
Because a lot of like relationships are not like that.
I'm blessed.
You're very visible online. How do you deal with mean or unnecessary comments? I do mean comment Friday now.
I saw that.
Now no one's commenting anymore. So I'm like, I only had 2 like episodes and now it's done. But how do you deal with that?
I am lucky in that I don't have a lot of that.
Okay.
I'm trying
And
to
you
think
have a lot of followers. You have like 500K.
I'm trying to think of an instance where I've had that. Sometimes people might say like, oh, I did a micro bikini thing. And someone was like vulgar or something, but I'm like,
Okay,
they're entitled to their opinion.
Exactly.
Like it literally is 2 strips and like 2, as my grandma used to say, 2 Band-Aids and a cork. It is that. So I guess, I don't know. It's a hard thing for me to say, but people are entitled to their opinion. I feel authentic. So it's hard for me to feel bad about that.
Right.
And one thing I try to do is like, if there is something like, let's say I have a cold sore, or let's say I like have a black eye, my son headbutted me.
Yeah.
I try to just like put it all, I know those are just physical things, but I try to just call myself out on those things so that there's no one else that can say anything to me. Like, I'm not hiding it. You know, that's kind of one of the strategies I use.
Someone said, "Oh, you need to lose 20 pounds." Da, da, da. I'm like,
someone said that.
Yeah. I'm like, bitch, I was 20 pounds heavier, skinnier last summer, and I feel better now. So go fuck yourself.
That's really dark. But he clearly has the issue. Like you're gonna be digging around there trying to get like a validation as to why he's saying this, but you're never gonna get that.
At first, you get pissed. You're like, oh, it's so mean, and then you're like, that's actually fine. I don't really care. You just got to take it.
I can't believe someone said that to you.
Yeah,
That's
but
shocking.
it's not. But then when I added that on the mean comments, people are like, he's not okay. Like guys are like, that's it. That's a mean guy. Don't listen to it. I'm like, I'm not actually listening to it, but it's like, who spends their time being like, I'm gonna call this girl like fat, and she's like, what else? You should lose 20 pounds and get breast augmentation. Literally, that's what he wrote.
What?
Yeah. I was like, I don't really I wear like up here. I'm like, my tits are huge. I don't think I need a breast augmentation. Yeah, big titty committee over here. You too.
I support it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're under here.
But I like this look. It's like very dominatrix vibe.
I'll give you.
Where's that jacket from? I was going to ask.
ASMR of my unbuttoning of my jacket buttons. It's Dodie.
Oh yes, Dodie.
She's
Sorry. Yes, you did.
Like
you did friggin' say that.
We have my MILF necklace here.
Oh yes.
And we have the boobs. See, they're here. Okay.
Did you always have big boobs?
I don't know why I'm looking at myself. I should be looking right here. Tempting. No. So I was literally flat and like a string bean. I used to stuff my bra. I used to wear boxers under my jeans because I wanted to have I was like a stick. And then when I was 17, this is a little TMI, but I hadn't yet gotten my period, but I was having sex. It was my first time with my boyfriend, and so I went on the pill. And then as soon as I went on the pill, these guys came. Everyone in my past thinks I got a boob job. I would never choose. Real. I would never choose this for myself. This is a clown. This is crazy. This is why my OnlyFans works, because it's outrageous. If I do 0.5 and I do a selfie from down here, that's bajongas. That's like. It's actually insane.
17, you started having, or
yeah,
like 18.
Around 18, yeah. And it went from zero to 100.
Wow.
I wanted to I made my mom buy me that like gel that you put on your boobs. It was, when we were young, we thought it would make our boobs bigger. I was flatter than a board. Wow. It's
Maybe
crazy.
The gel did
Careful
work,
what you wish for.
And then what boundaries have you learned to set with social media? I feel like you don't really.
Well, my big thing now is my algorithm. And I can't watch. I mean, you never want to say that you're not going to pay attention to what's going on, and we're not going to go there.
Yeah.
But there's so much influx of negative stuff always. And so that's my big thing now, is to try to not inundate myself with that constantly, which sounds really privileged, and it certainly is.
Yeah.
But it's too much. We're not meant to be constantly taking on even the images too, but just the concepts of what's happening out there. So I try to limit that. Or if like Nico will tell me something that happened or an update, I say, okay, thank you for telling me. I don't need the details today, because I used to not have anxiety. I used to just, anything was fine. But now that I have a family, I have like
2 kids.
Yeah. I get more like freaked out about that stuff. So.
Okay. And then do you think people project assumptions onto you because of your last name or the image that you portray?
Sure. People probably think that there's like family money, which there's not. But I mean, of course, I was in a great situation. I mean, I grew up in a beautiful place, and my mom was able to be really present with us. So those things were very much a luxury. But people probably wouldn't know that I am like proudly the breadwinner and making my money. And
Good.
which I'm
Love to see that.
Yeah.
What's something you've learned about yourself in the last few years?
I built my brand on being exactly who I was, but there was sort of this chaotic energy, which is associated with this sort of lushness of I'm a wino. I've always been, for instance, my album was called, one of them was called Notes on Sex and Wine. The song is called Stay Drunk With Me. Like that was such a part of me. And I'd be like the American girl in Italy, like eating pasta and getting drunk on wine and whatever. It was never too over the top with like drunkenness, but there was always this steady thing of like wine and indulgence and abundance and sort of this Dionysus thing that I had. I honor that. But lately, after becoming a mom, like obviously that stuff is not working for me anymore.
Right.
And very recently, never said anything about that yet. Within the last like 5 or 6 weeks, I've been sober, which I've had 1 or 2 glasses of wine, but I'm talking, I used to drink half a bottle of wine a night.
Yeah.
And we would recreationally party, you know what I mean? And now I'm like, I need to find my new balance. Like that's not suiting me anymore.
Yeah.
It's making, and it was such a constant thing, especially the amount of wine and sugar that like, I just wasn't realizing that I was almost numbing.
Yeah.
I'm a happy person. I didn't have any negative impact on my relationships or friendships or anything, but it was just something I needed to break. So lately, I've discovered that I'm finding sort of a peaceful pattern for myself outside of that.
Right.
And not to be like the always cheerful person with the half glass full thing, but like it's fun.
Yeah.
Like it's fun to discover, okay, if I do have 1 glass or one every 2 weeks, I can savor it. I can enjoy it. I'm never going to be 100% sober from wine. Wine is like
Life.
it's the blood in my veins, but like I don't need
Well, that's
to.
crazy that you could be sober then.
I know. Sorry, I shouldn't say sober because sobriety is a big thing for people. But
one glass a week or something, you know?
Yeah, as
I mean, I
opposed
don't
to-
really drink that much either. But when I drink, I go.
yeah,
But
that's how my
I'm-
husband is. He like doesn't need it
Yeah.
every night, but if he has a night out, he could enjoy it.
Yeah.
But me, I'm like, I think what I was doing is I was associating it with like a reward at the end of the day. Like,
Right.
okay, the day's come to an end and here's my ritual. I'm going to pour myself my glass. Well, that glass was 3 or 4. And for what? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm not staying out late or going to clubs or anything, but it was just the thing in my life that wasn't, it was the only thing that wasn't making me so happy. It was just more of a habit that I was
Yeah.
just falling into
So how
constantly.
do you take the edge off now?
Good question.
Not that you have to take the edge off, but you know.
Yeah,
Because I do ashwagandha,
Oh, okay.
which is like nothing. It's like,
Yeah.
It's so funny because everyone
my
is going
husband takes
sober
it
now.
in the morning, or I force him to take it in the morning for
well,
stress.
it's just like, okay, but it's like, it's kind of, you take it, there's like liquid and you can put it in your water and.
oh, see, ours is a pill. Maybe
Yeah.
I need to know about your thing.
Yeah. And so you put in your water, and I swear on my life, maybe I'm just like, I think things
Makes
are
you
happening
high?
when they're not, but I'll be the happiest, like I'm drunk.
It's a mushroom. That sounds
Yeah.
like it's totally true.
Yeah. So I just do that now.
Okay,
But-
you're gonna send me the info
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
That's all. I'll take the edge off. I feel
even
that-
if it doesn't, you
I feel like
pretend.
the edge
Yeah.
was from me having my cortisol spiked from doing
Mm-hmm.
from drinking so much, and so now I don't have that edge as much. I'm less irritable. Like I know that's. Anyway, hopefully I'm not looking to have a perfect track record or be perfect for the rest of my life, but
yeah.
I want to adjust my norm. And I don't want it to be something that I'm beholden to, which it was that. And now I want it to be something where it's on 1 or 2 special occasions
Yeah.
and I can really like do without the third.
So
or
you're becoming
fourth
like a
glass.
wellness girly.
Well, I'm also, I'm one of those people that,
Yeah.
you know, the thing of like, I'm constantly protecting my gut biome, but I'm also constantly destroying my gut biome. I'm one of those.
Well, me
like,
too. I'm like, I drink 17 coffees, but then don't drink that much, that much alcohol. So it's like, you know, you're not.
The coffee, Dr. Rhonda Patrick was saying that 3 coffees a day is fine as long as there's nothing, as long as it's black. It's great for you, actually.
That's not good.
This just in.
Yeah.
My most trusted source.
Okay. What advice would you give someone starting out? Maybe like singing or OnlyFans, or because you do a lot.
I mean, I don't want to ever sound like my answer is canned because I've said it so many times before, but authenticity and like knowing exactly who you are and owning that is really the thing. And people do see through the other stuff. You know what I mean? If I see one more like Chanel bag unboxing during everything that's going on, like but maybe that is authentic to that person and that's fine. But if you find a little bit, but if you find the quirk and the thing that makes you different, and it might be the thing that you think is really weird about you or the thing that you actually don't like about yourself, and you put it as the thing that sets you apart. To me, that's always going to be the key for success. And it's not easy to get to that point because obviously there's things that, and poor me, it's my rack. Like, I'm not thrilled about this. Like in fashion, I've been like shunned for that in the beginning. There were certain things where that happened where they were like, not with that thing. Like that's not going to ever fit in here. Wow. So I just kind of was like, well, I'm not going to try to hide it or change it. You know what I mean? And that's not easy. That's an uncomfortable place to live in when you're scared of being pushed out. You know what I mean? Because of that thing. But as long as you kind of make it your thing and you kind of make light of, not fun of yourself, but you, it's not so heavy on you anymore. And it helps, I think, to make yourself feel more confident with that.
And then what's next for you that you're genuinely excited about?
Well, I have been trying for the last year to have another baby. Oh, I miss it so much. I miss breastfeeding. I miss it all. And I know I'm crazy because I have like a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
My husband could be done.
Yeah.
But the first two, sorry, I know we're not really supposed to say it, but it wasn't hard for me to get pregnant. I loved being pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky in that. I know it's not the case for a lot of people. But now I can't seem to, it's not working.
Well, it's kind of crazy. I know a lot of people who can't get pregnant. There must be something in the water.
Don't you
or
say
the
that?
food.
I have a filter on my water. I'm hoping.
Okay, the food, well, you eat well, probably.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but it's really bad. I'm going to do a study on that. But
I think with the first two, I was like more chill in my easygoing phase. And now I'm like desperate to do it.
That's why.
Very like, I'm half the month I'm peeing on the ovulation stick and half the month Nico brings up a little cup every night. He sets it on the edge of the toilet and he calls it my pee experiment. And it's like always like my grandma's little espresso cups. If you come over for coffee, that's what I've been peeing in. But it's just become such a obsession that I think now, okay, my friend told me you need to relax and I fucking yelled at her for that. But she was right. I need to let it go. And so that is I'm not saying that that's going to stop me from anything career-wise.
Right.
The number one thing that they like on my OnlyFans is when I was pregnant. I shot through both pregnancies. Up until literally the day I gave birth, I was shooting. And when I met like my Alpers that I told you about, I met them on set. Literally, I said, "Hi, I'm Caroline Vreeland, and I'm 3 centimeters dilated. It's a pleasure to meet you." Like, we met on the set, on shooting for OnlyFans. So, I think that would be a beautiful thing in the works. I'm also finally making my way through this kids album that I've been writing. I know those ideas don't necessarily go hand in hand, shooting sexy pics and also writing a kids album, but that is who I am. Fucking deal with it. And so that's been a passion too, and just lucky to still be performing. And Nico and I are starting some business endeavors together, which is really exciting because that's like another phase of our marriage where he excites me throughout every phase, but like getting to work with him in that capacity is really nice for me. So that's also happening. And
it's nice to see that you're in love. Because like I haven't seen someone be so obsessed with someone. It's amazing.
I'm like,
I saw that on Instagram too. It's nice.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
And then,
but I say that I'm lucky, but no, I manifested my luck.
Manifestation, everyone.
No, because I saw this guy and I said, "You're mine. I'm sinking my claws into you. You literally cannot escape me." And he said, "Sure, let's do it." I mean, he loves me too, but I took matters into my own hands. I came to Canada. I said, "We're doing this thing together," because I just knew, and we had both sort of waited for each other. And I'm
manifestation.
I'm squirming. I still get nervous when he texts me. Like, it's been 6 years, 5 years married, 6 years together. And I'm still like always excited. Yeah. Although sometimes I send him nudes from like the shoot. And the other day I sent him one and he was like in a meeting and it popped up on his screen. So I got in trouble a bit for that, but I'm not going to stop sending the nudes.
So Fashion Week or staying home in sweats? I think I know the answer to that one.
Now it's staying home in sweats. I was lucky enough to have done it. It's so fun. I used to do it in the way of the influencer of like the beginning stage when all the influencers started going. And it was like 6 shows a day, changing in the car,
Yeah, exactly.
like wearing anything and everything. Like you walk into the showroom and like everything has sparkles and you just want to wear it all and it doesn't make sense. So like that kind of overabundance and overexcitement, it was a youthful spirit and I honor it. But I think now if I were to go back, which I did go back the last 2 Septembers, but I'm trying to do things more like with 1 or 2 brands and a performance and not trying to be everywhere at once. Cause that's just like, I don't know if I have the energy for that anymore.
Am I allowed to ask how old you are? No, don't.
Please. I love talking
how
about
old
that.
Are you?
I'm 38.
Okay.
Feeling great.
Oh,
yeah.
Go-to confidence boost.
Snap a nude selfie in the mirror when you get out of the shower. What else? Oh, sometimes, okay, you know, when you're like looking in the mirror, you turn around, you look at your butt, and then these rolls roll on the side. I like those. Those are cute to me. And I sometimes try to accentuate and get those little guys. I think they're cute and sexy.
And then, okay. And then one word you're tired of being described as.
Okay, what do I not like being? Maybe just that people wouldn't expect me to be like well-read or that I can like hold a conversation. Maybe that would be. But yeah, maybe that's something fun to discover. I don't know.
Dream collaboration.
Oy.
You for sure have done them already, but you know, one maybe it could be one that you've already done that you want to do again.
Dream collaboration. I mean, I love Dolly Parton. Wouldn't that be so funny?
Ooh.
I guess I would have to say her.
Okay. And then if social media disappeared tomorrow, would you be relieved or have a panic attack?
Panic attack. It is my business card. It is the pinnacle of all the things I've done. It's the highs and lows. And yeah, it's really been my bread and butter to build to where I am now. So I would definitely be very stressed if that was not there. I hate to say that.
I know. Whatever. Me
I
too.
wish it weren't
so
the
that's like
case.
my job. So
Yeah.
Plateau or Old Montreal? Or where do you, I mean, we're not going to tell people where you live. No, just those two.
Okay, between those two, Plateau.
Okay.
We lived on Duluth for a time when I first got here on the little cobblestone street, very charming. And it was a great place to land coming to a new city because obviously it's so lively there. And I have great memories of being pregnant and waddling over to Dispatch to get what is, in my opinion, the best croissant that is here in Montreal that I've had so far. We can talk about it.
Right.
I know you have.
I do.
I like this about
that
you.
at the end, you know, go-to coffee order.
Cortado.
And where are you getting it?
Malo. I like Malo.
Yeah.
My favorite place is Larry's.
Ooh.
My favorite place is Larry's.
And they have good coffee there?
They have great everything. And what's more is that the people there.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're so
Especially
nice.
the patio in the summer.
Shout out Kathy, shout out Blaze. Everyone's an angel.
Yeah.
And all the food is so good. And that kedgeree with the rice and the cilantro, I just can't get enough of it.
And then Fairmont or St. Viator?
That's so annoying. Both are annoying to me because, like, why aren't you making... Okay, San Viator is how you say it. They will make you the bagel.
Right.
Doesn't Fairmont not make you the bagel? Like, don't make me do work.
Like, what is going on here?
No, it's like they're giving you just the bagel. Like, no work is being done.
I agree with that one.
So I like the one that makes it for me and presents it to me, please.
Best neighborhood for people watching.
Gosh, I'm so uninteresting.
No, people, you could say whatever you want.
I really don't know. I guess it's always wild to go to the plateau and see like all the young kids doing all the crazy stuff. I sound so old saying that, but I do love to sit at Larry's. That is a great place to watch people come and go. Yeah, sorry. Don't have a better answer for you.
Where do you take visitors to? Not Larry's. Like which one besides Larry's?
Okay. I'll always take them to Elena.
Okay.
We'll always get bread from Miette, but also shout out to the bread at Toledo. the Seagull
that?
or whatever, the rye bread that they have. They have one in Verdun and they have one on Montreal in the Plateau.
I have to look that up.
It's my favorite bread. So I'll always take them for bread there. We always go to Atwater to the fromagerie upstairs because that's just a fun experience. Very franche. Where else do we take people? I know I have Arthur's, of course.
Right.
Of course. So charming. My brain is empty. Bloom.
I love Bloom.
The tuna melt made me cry. I've talked about it ad nauseum, but god damn it. And they
Really?
finally brought it back on the menu. They had taken it off. Why did they
might
do
want
that?
to order that now.
It's so good. They
And
put
then-
kimchi in it.
Ooh. I'm
Made
not
me
really
cry.
like a tuna person, but maybe I'll try that. I'll try that for you, okay? One Montreal habit you fully adopted.
Well, when my first tabarnak rolled out of me without my knowledge that it was coming through me, I was like, I live here now. Like it entered me. Like even like also like when someone is, I'm like, are you okay? I'm like, ça va? Like that also is now a part of me. So that made me feel like I really belonged.
Well, you are. Tabarnak, that's amazing.
Well, when it's it comes through you without you thinking of it, then you know.
Were you really pissed?
It was a specific kind of anger. It was like
Right.
more of like a what?
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And that was just the term for it. So.
Was your husband there?
He was proud. Yes.
He was like, oh,
yes.
She's a Montrealer now.
And cheese curds.
Right.
Like, how was I ever living before that?
I know.
At
Do you eat
first
them
I was
alone
like, they don't
or in a poutine?
alone.
Okay, me
yeah,
too.
no, I'm not in. I don't want.
It's kind of funny how they're randomly just at the cache, not
It's
refrigerated
so convenient.
or anything.
It's so great.
Yeah.
I'm such a cheese person, and
Yeah.
this is like you're telling me unrefrigerated cheese on the go for the girl on the go.
Yeah.
And I famously have had like purse cheese where I like cut my cheddar and I have like my little snacks.
that's amazing.
And I bring it with me, and now enter cheese
Well, I wonder,
curds.
that's a protein, right?
Huh?
Could that be like a go-to protein?
Well,
the
weren't
cheese
they
curds?
saying that Parmesan was like
Oh,
more
right.
protein
Yes.
than meat?
I'm gonna have to look that up.
No, babe, it's true.
Okay. And then the thing about Montreal you still don't understand.
Only being able to buy wine in one store is very weird to me. At certain times, like, and you're closing early, like, what is that? Like in New York and in LA, you can literally get anything you want at any time. So that freaked me out a bit.
Well, I think that they're starting to do SAQ.
I heard
Did you
about
get
it.
that on
No,
your
that they're
email?
going to do it Uber
Uber
Eats.
which I'm down for. But how are they going to be able to do that? I mean, they've been so intense about everything. Like, how are they going to know you're 18?
I don't know.
I mean, you drink when you're 15 anyways here, but still.
Do you?
Yeah, you go to clubs when you're like 12.
Okay, yeah, I guess I have heard that.
Yeah. You get like a fake ID that you don't take out of your wallet and you're like,
And
to
it
the
works.
bouncer, you just like show a little glance. Well, I mean, I don't know. Clubbing's not a thing anymore. We were just talking about this with the other podcast, and they were saying clubbing is dying, which is sad. No?
Is it? I used to slang bottles in the club back in LA.
I know,
like,
but don't
bottle
you wish
service.
that one day a year you could go back and have the best time ever? No, because like for my,
Is it fun? I guess I
Yeah.
just was working there, so to me it doesn't sound fun.
Yeah,
Like what I crave is like a really fun house party. Like Nico
Okay,
used
yeah,
to
yeah,
describe
yeah.
to me the parties at Montreal.
Yeah.
And he said it was like the coolest, most fun house party. Like, I mean, it was in their office and stuff,
Okay.
but like he said it was like such a time. Like that sounds fun.
yeah.
You know, grimy.
Well, a house party, yeah. I love a good friggin' house party.
Fun.
And you meet people like you've never met before, like just amazing. Because in Montreal, I find everyone like I haven't met a new person in forever. You.
Hey.
Oh, best hidden gem in Montreal, not Larry's.
I just discovered Green Glow. I might be like late to the.
Wait, Green Glow is this place?
Yeah. It's a health food place on Sherbrooke. I'm so happy I get to tell you about it.
Glow.
Yeah. It's like they're making their own nut milk. They have like the masa chips that I love.
Right.
I just recently had their toast with the wild caught tuna. Like she really cares about the ingredients. I've been DMing her and telling her about it.
Yeah.
That I'm so excited. So that really excited me. They have Flamingo Estate olive oil. That excited me.
Sherbrooke where?
Like close to Victoria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Green Glow.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was
Wait,
exciting to me.
is it like on like Grosvenor?
It's next to Goody or however you say
Okay,
it.
okay. Hey, Caroline, thank you so much for this honest conversation about legacy, pressure, and building something that's truly your own. I really appreciate you sharing your perspective.
Thank you for having me. What a pleasure.